We are on our way to Florida, but in last week's video, we stopped in Dallas for the morning and did a JFK assassination walking tour, where we learned Lee Harvey Oswald leaned out a window on the 6th floor of the School Book Depository building on Elm Street and took 3 shots at President Kennedy as the motor parade passed by. Then we headed east, making sure to stop at Buc-ee's, where we spent too much money on food and Buc-ee's merchandise. After filling up on gas, we drove through Louisiana and into Mississippi. We spent the night at the Visitor Center in Mississippi. Vicksburg National Military Park is a 16-mile paved tour starting at the Visitor Center. At the Visitor Center, we browsed the small bookstore, gift shop, stamped our national park passport book, and watched a 20-minute video about the battles and siege of Vicksburg during the Civil War. Vicksburg is just inside the Mississippi border from Louisiana on the eastern side of the Mississippi River. This town played a key role for the South during the Civil War. Vicksburg was a hub for ships, trains, and road access to the north and gave the Confederates control of the Mississippi River. This allowed supplies and troops to go anywhere needed. Therefore, it was vital for the North to find a way to take control of the Mississippi waterways and siege Vicksburg. This would cut the South in half, killing their lifeline. The American Civil War started April 12, 1861. In October 1862, U.S. Army Major General Ulysses S. Grant was ordered to clear the Mississippi River of all Confederate resistance. Lieutenant General John C. Pemberton, on the Confederate side of the war, was in charge of keeping the river open to the south. Vicksburg was positioned on a high bluff, surrounded by natural defenses of the Mississippi and mazes of swamps and bayous, making it difficult for the North to defeat, and led to many battles from October 1862 to July 4, 1863, when Vicksburg officially surrendered. After 47 days of siege, Lieutenant General Pemberton agreed to meet Major General Grant to discuss terms. More than 100,000 soldiers and sailors from 28 states, north and south, fought at Vicksburg in 1863. Throughout the park, there are statues, plaques, and memorials dedicated to each state as a reminder to the men that fought here. So this is the brochure we received at the Vicksburg Visitor Center. This is what the military park looks like. Obviously, during the time of Civil War, the battles were all over the entire area. There's the Mississippi, but the current park is here. So there's the Visitor Center, and then you do this paved route, you drive around it. So that's what we did, and we stopped along the way to get out of the car, hike around a little bit, look at the statues and the memorials, and then we stopped over there at the USS Cairo Museum, and that is the old steel boat that was sunk along the Mississippi during one of the battles. The USS Cairo was built at the beginning of the Civil War to serve as a river gunboat for the Union. On December 12, 1862, it was moving down the river when 2 explosions from Confederate detonated torpedoes ripped a large hole in the port bow. It sank in 12 minutes, but with no loss of life in 36 feet of water. Okay, I'm just gonna look over your shoulder. Oh, you see her? Oh, she doesn't see us. Here, just open the door. Hi! Were you sleeping in the chair? It's time to jump back on the road towards Florida. The first sign we saw was for Buc-ee's, but it was a lot farther than we were going since we needed to start heading south. Just crossed into Florida not too long ago from Alabama. We are on Country Road 97 South, heading to our second harvest host called Southern Thyme Farms. We have about 20 minutes to go. We're driving through the farmlands of Florida, north of Pensacola. We'll be in the but we were warned their chickens sometimes hop over their fence. So it'll be interesting and fun, hopefully. 9280.
This one?
You have arrived.
Yes. I was looking for a sign that said Southern Thyme Farm, but the mailbox had the address on it. And what they told you to park by their barn?
Yeah.
We made it to the farm. They have, oh, where's you wearing our tail? I was just with you. We just walked up and down the driveway. But they got some chickens. So this is Piper's first time looking at chickens. What do you think? They're drinking their water, coming over here. You think there's some turkeys mixed in with it? We don't want Piper to scare the chicken, so we're keeping her on a leash the whole time, and we didn't want to bring her too close, and that's why Chris is holding her, just in case she barks or runs close to the fence. We don't want her to scare anything. Is her heart beating or anything? You can feel it.
Yeah.
You think, Piper, do you see those down there? There is farms all up and down the road as we were coming in. And we think over here, kind of saw back there some goats or sheep. Is she grumbling like she's gonna growl or something?
She's whining.
She's whiny?
Oh.
No, Piper. Here's our dozen fresh eggs. It's a cute little logo. We were instructed to pick up the eggs that are on the black chair by their porch for $6 for fresh eggs. Like the place, I'm assuming they have their own. We were walking over from picking up our eggs when we noticed one of the turkeys jumped up onto the top of the fence up there. Try zooming in a little bit. Oh, she's gonna jump down this way. Here we are set up for the night. It's mid-afternoon. We were instructed to park between our house and the barn, so we think that's where we are. And then the chickens are right over there. And behind those fences is some goats. Piper's running around on her leash. She likes to eat grass. Are you relaxing, Piper? Chris, find a tickle spot. Almost. Did you have a rough drive? Were you driving too hard, too long? It is the next morning at our harvest house. Chris is going to turn the vehicle around. We're gonna head off towards Grayton Beach State Park. It's about a 2-hour drive. We had a nice night. It was very quiet. I thought the birds would wake us up, but they were quiet. Piper's sick and tired of driving in the car. first, and then we'll going to rent bikes for a couple days, and then go to the campsite. Piper's eating lunch. We make her food, but we were told she needs to gain about another pound or two, so we're adding peanut butter into her meal, and I probably should have mixed in the peanut butter a little bit better. We have arrived at Grayton State Park and will be here for the next few days. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, leave comments, and share with friends. Take care. Bye.